Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Thyra Whitford and today I want to talk a little bit about what to do with those bigger picture knowings that come into us. What do we do with that? Another thing that happens with this counselor gene is we get these downloads of wisdom, this information that comes into us and shares stuff with us sometimes about ourselves, but sometimes about others. And it's big. It's usually like these big downloads of wisdom. And sometimes we can actually understand what is being said. We can make sense of it in our minds. Lots of time the downloads, when they come, we can't make any sense of them yet. They just make us tired. And that's going to be a whole nother video. But in this case, this is information that comes and it makes sense to us about ourselves or about others. And again, for the counselor gene, these are people that we are natural born counselors, because we can analyze and we get that bigger picture that comes in for us and for others. When that big information comes in, sometimes we don't think that people want to hear it, and sometimes we're right. People don't want to hear some of that big information that comes in. In the beginnings of me learning about this stuff and just really delving in and figuring out my gifts, and one would come and the next would come, one of them came in and I was able to see when people were going to die. I don't want to see that. People don't normally want to see that. So if I've got downloads that are coming that I don't want, and the people that are around me don't want to hear it either, that can cause some trouble. So what I did was I made an agreement that, that I want to hear everything except the dates of when people are going to die. Everything else I want to hear. How to heal, how to help them, what else might be happening. I want to hear it. So we can make a bit of a deal, sometimes we can make a bit of a deal with spirit to say, okay, this is too much for me right now. I will get ready for it, because I know that's going to be a gift that I am going to need in the future. In the moment, warm me up to it, please, Spirit. And then the other thing that you want to do is, when you're getting information for people and they're not ready for it, or you're not ready to share it, write it down. Write it down in a journal. So, and put the date on it, so that when the time is right, two things: either you might be able to share it with them when the time is right, or it can at least act as some validation for you that what you're hearing is accurate. So write it all down. If you don't know if people want to hear that big information that comes into you, one of the things that I have adopted through my practice is to ask. If they're a stranger, I'll say, I know you don't know me, but I get some things sometimes. Sometimes I get information, I get little messages from the heavens, and I got one for you. Would you like to hear it? And if they say no, okay, no problem. I go about my way, they go about their way. If they say yes, of course I share. More often than not, when people know me, they will say yes. But when they don't know me, at least I'm giving them the option, because there are so many people out there that when they get the message for somebody else, they will just go blurt it in public. And sometimes it's really private. Sometimes it's important and it kind of hits at the soul. And we don't always want to be having those messages splayed out in the public. We want that to be a little bit more private. So when you are sharing with people, make sure to be respectful of who's around if you're in a public place, or take them to a place that works so that you can express with them everything that you have for them. Okay, that's what I got for this one. I hope that it was helpful, that it made sense, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.